What's up, y'all? Here with the 411, it's Inferno Nomad here for you, daddy-os. Here bringing the sweet beats. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? It's Inferno Nomad here, and we're going through this game called Donkey Kong Country. So, without further ado, let's get this started. So, we have our huge here with our files. We have 3 empty files here. Let's start with the first one. And since I'm a lonely bastard, I'm gonna play 1 player. So, right here in the beginning of the game, this is Donkey Kong Country Island. This is basically Donkey Kong's home world, or home island that he lives at. So, you're gonna figure out that there's some unwanted visitors on his island, and he wants to take down all of these guys as much as he can to get them off his home and to bring back something that was lost to him. So without further ado, let's start on the first level of Congo Jungle. Jungle hijinks. So, as we're starting off, this is DK. He looks like a classy monkey. Look at him with his tie and everything. And just look how sophisticated he is. Look how sophisticated he is. He's just so classy. Like that. See, look at that. So, at the beginning, right here, what you want to do is try to get some basic controls, like B's jump, X is going to be roll, and then if you hold it with the D-pad, since I'm using a Wii U pad, it's for run. And if you hit the X button with the D-pad down, you use a seismic slam. Those usually can be good for finding bananas or any kind of like pickups, but we'll get into it when we get into it. So right here, if you actually go up here in DK's cabin, this is his house right here. And the house actually gives you a complimentary first life, or a one-up balloon. So, and you come back out. But here's the real reason why Donkey Kong's so angry, and why he's just going through his land. His bananas are gone. That poor monkey. So, in the beginning of this game, you're basically trying to find DK's banana hoard. But right here, if you follow the arrows right here, oh, by the way, here's some enemies. Destroy those guys when you're at it. So at the beginning right here, if you saw, like, there will be like certain pointers of bananas that will be showing throughout the game, and it'll show you what to do or where to go in certain instances. But that's here nor there. We'll get to it a little bit later. But for now, we have a barrel and we had some kind of noise come out of it. So let's release this. This is Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is our sidekick slash almost brother. He's here to help out Donkey Kong in his adventure. And he unlike Donkey Kong, he is a little bit more nimble, he's faster, and he is more acrobatic and gets a little bit more air than Donkey Kong. So what he can do right here, he can make a cartwheel to run into these people. However, there are some enemies he cannot land on directly, like this guy right here, the clump, as they're called. He can't destroy them, but if you use a cartwheel, you can take him out. But for Donkey Kong right here, he can actually take them out with just head stomping them. So, throughout the game, another thing that you're going to be picking up or seeing is letters. Like K and I just picked up an O right there. And these are going to be essential for actually getting extra lives. And what's this? A secret area? Don't mind if I do. But the letters are going to spell out K-O-N-G for Kong. And what they're going to be doing is they're going to give you extra, like every time you find the anglimation of all 4 letters, you get an extra life. But I didn't really explain the rhinoceros in the room right here when I saw that box. But this right here is Rambi. What Rambi can do is he can just basically run in any enemy and just destroy them. Because, like, I mean, who's going to take on a charging rhinoceros? You know what I mean? But after that, since we're already done, and since, oh wait, before I forget, if I did do it right, there's another secret area. So what Rare likes to do, Rare likes to put in secret areas when you replay the game. And usually these secret areas will have like bananas or like secret mini games that can give you extra lives, and also these little golden statues. So since we already had an ostrich from that middle part, I think we're going to try to go for an ostrich. Here we go. And there's our second ostrich. Those mini games are really useful, like I said, for extra lives and like just any statues that you have of the animals. But those will come into play when we have all 3, when we have 3 together. And with that, Jungle Hijinks is done. Next up is Ropey Rampage. So, let me get into the reason why I wanted to play this. I think this game is really fun. It's really interesting to play. It's also a really fun platformer. And also just, it reminds me a lot of like my childhood and how just fun it is to play. It has amazing music, amazing fun level design, and just all around, like once you get into the game more and more, you really show your skills whenever you play through it. Like as you continue to get better at the game. I mean, I know there are some people that aren't really good at platformers, but that doesn't mean you can't be better at them. Whoops. Sorry. I saw like little nudges right there. I don't know what that was, but I guess that fell to my death. But anyways, we got some new enemies right here. We got some roly-polies, or not roly-polies. We have some armadillos. And just kill with a TNT barrel. Just murder him with the explosive. And then of course we have our regular Kremlings, the critters. Those are basically like just minions or just any sort of goon that you see. You'll see a lot of those guys and like different variations and stuff. But anyways, I like the aesthetics in this level. I think it's cool, like how it's just raining, like it's just a rainforest. Like there's a lot of different level design choices that look really nice in this game, like, and especially for a Super Nintendo game, like no less. Like the fact that this is 16-bit or 16-bit is just amazing. Oh, by the way, another new enemy. This is called a Zinger. Be careful of him because Zingers are really like almost invincible unless you have like an animal buddy or like you have a barrel. You just need some kind of object to throw at them. But anyways, what we're gonna be going through in the game, and I need to explain this before, is that we're not gonna get all of the Kong levels, or not Kong levels, the Kong letters, but we will find most of them as much as I can. Oh, and I forgot the G. Whoops. But we'll find most of the Kong letters as much as we can. For the secrets, it's kind of tougher to find, but any kind of secrets that I will find, or like that I can find, I'll show them to you. But this is another, this right here, if you notice, that most of the levels that you play through are crocodile heads. Those are usually the missions that you go through, but this one right here is different compared to the other ones. So let's go towards it. Frankies Cabin. This is Cranky Kong. He's for in the game. He's like for advice or any kind of dialogue that helps you out through finding secrets, or like if you haven't found anything, he'll give you some advice or some kind of advantage to tell you like what you missed prior levels. And I really like that. And then of course, like, since he's a senile old monkey, what he likes to do, he likes to just make jokes of like, oh, back in my day, like we did this and blah blah blah. He's just there to give you like this old sense, like don't forget the old times, or like don't forget what they gave us in the past. But also, he's just here for advice. And since I mean, as much as I like the advice, we're not really gonna meet Cranky most of the time, because there's not really a point for me to meet Cranky. I mean, other than to find some of the things that I've missed. So I think we're gonna skip him most of the time when we see him, but that doesn't mean we can't see his dialogue from time to time, like just in case, you know. But without further ado, let's get into the next level, Reptile Rumble. As you can see, like, this is the reason why I really like this game. It's just a lot of atmospheric looking designs. Like, they're all like, a lot of it's different. Other times it's similar, but they give like another spin to it. By the way, grab this barrel right here and throw it at the wall. There you go. And another secret area is unlocked, along with an extra life. So what I'm going to go through is like I said, I'm gonna try to find all of the secrets in this game, as many as I can. And here's another one right here with insta barrels. Just gives you an extra life basically. So right here, be careful of these ones right here. These ones jump. These critters, they're the jumpy kind. They got the hops. Apparently they're blue, so they could just die. Also, since I'm using the gamepad instead of, if you're using like a classic controller or anything like that, I mean, I think the same applies for the classic controller, but this is the duck. I mean, like, in case you need to duck from an enemy or anything like that. Also, this is that barrel I just ran into. That is a checkpoint barrel. In case you die or you fall off to your death, that's there for another placement. And there's another secret. Like I said, Rare likes to put a lot of secrets in its levels, like just either subtly or just whenever you find like a barrel, like at least try to find like a wall or something that you need to do, and you'll usually find that secret. I do like just the implementation of secrets. Like, they don't really tell you, except for like Cranky. Well, I don't know. Cranky really doesn't tell you about those, but he tells you some advice. But these are a new enemy right here too. They're called Slippa. They're just snicks. They're just sneaky snicks. But we're almost at the end of those levels. Whenever you see the red arrow right there, it usually means that you're almost at the end of the level. But there will be certain cases that won't give you that idea. But since we've already done 3 levels, and also like I had to do a lot of explaining, we'll save coral. We'll save coral capers for the next episode. And trust me, this is going to be a really good and long series. But I digress. Without further ado, this has been Inferno Nomad, and this has been the first episode of Donkey Kong Country. Have a good day, everybody.